Welcome to Two Right Turns, freshman orientation, where we're chatting with all 15 mid-year enrollees in Clemson's 2026 freshman recruiting class. Have a new guest, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself.
My name is Chance Barclay. I'm number 70, and I play on the offensive line.
And Chance, this is no lie. This might be the most excited anyone has ever been to make their Two Right Turns debut. Mm-hmm. Have you or have you not been dropping by my office saying, you got to get me on the pod?
Bro, you don't understand. I've been dropping off like so many days just being able to just want to be on this podcast. I just I'm a charismatic guy, so I like to be able to, I'm not saying I want to brag to be on the camera, but just being able to, be on the podcast, talking about Clemson, talking about how the Lord brought me here is a blessing.
Well, we're going to talk ball, but I do want to talk to you about that, though, because Coach Sweeney said, and I've written this down because I want to make sure I had it correct, that you were one of the most dynamic, charismatic young people he's ever met in the recruiting process. Mm-hmm. Where does that come from?
The Lord, to be honest with you, just how I gave my life to Christ and being able to, share that joy, the spirit that he's given me, just being able to, be charismatic because, the world is, life is too short to be able to be sad and, mad and all that stuff. So when I be able to show that joy, the spirit that the Lord gave me, just be able to, count it all to joy in everything I do. I just love, being charismatic, being hyper, being able to, be with my brothers, be, in the path that the Lord set me off. So, there's no reason but to be happy.
We talk about personality fit and Clemson culture fit and the Clemson family. It just seems like you have such a personality type that I think the Clemson family is going to resonate with so deeply. I'm curious to know what it was like whenever the first few times you met Coach Sweeney, who has a very similar, gregarious, outgoing nature, has never met a stranger, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Did you guys just mesh immediately?
I would say so. Coach Sweeney, he's Coach Sweeney, you know what I'm saying? Two-time national champion, that's Coach Sweeney, you know what I'm saying? So, meeting him for the first time, it was, crazy. And I believe the first time I met him was the Louisville game, if I'm correct. And, we, of course, were in the coach's office, and my mom was asking questions on how do you do this? How are you talking to these recruits and recruiting when you got a big game ahead? And I was like, that's just Coach Sweeney. That's how he does it. And one of the first things the Lord put on my heart was to pray for him. So I did. And, as a charismatic guy, he was like, now you got 2 scholarships, boy. And I'm like, thank you, Coach Sweeney. I appreciate it. But just being able to, the Lord being able to have that charismatic relationship with him and being able to, just connect with him from a first-time basis was, a blessing.
Tell us a little bit about where you're coming from.
I'm from Mineola, Florida, born and raised. I went to Lake Mineola High School for my first 2 years and then transferred for the First Academy. My offensive line coach, I've known him since I was in 8th grade, and he's really gotten me here. He has connections, and just being able to, getting here to Clemson was such a great testimony. So going here, I, of course, did the camp over the summer. And, of course, got the scholarship offer, being able to, be a blessing. I might be a little undersized, but, hey, I got technique, all glory to God. But the funniest thing was after going through, the visits and the junior day visits, I was going to church with my brother, and I told him, I was like, of course, the other recruit, Grant Wise and Cannon Pickett at the time, I'm like, one of them commit, I might have to commit too. I feel the spirit of the Lord there. I might have to. So literally 2 minutes after I get out of church, my brother shows me a video of Grant committing, and I'm like, no way, bro, that's God, bro. So I go home. I'm like, I gotta pray about it. I gotta really get in the Lord. I gotta get in my word. I gotta do something because I feel like this is a sign, and I don't want to miss an opportunity from the Lord. So I prayed. I talked to my mom about it. I talked to my brother, and I'm like, all right, I think I'm ready. And funny enough, Gavin Blanchard called me saying hey, there's no rush, but hey, this is a place to be. So I'm like, I called all my other official visits. I believe this was March 9th. And I told him, hey, I'm committing to Clemson. I don't want to take I appreciate you recruiting me, but I'm going to be able to commit to Clemson. And, I called Coach Sweeney, and he was like, he was hyped. He was charismatic. But one of the things that resonated with me is that I took the last guard spot, because it was me and Maxwell Riley, and I was just like, wow, that's really God. And if I wasn't obedient at that time, I maybe not be here at all.
Are there any interior linemen in the college or pro ranks that you like to model your game after or like to watch really closely?
Well, me and my dad are big Birds fans, and the O-line on the Birds is just always good. Go Birds, you know what I'm saying? So someone that I like to look at is Landon Dickerson, Quentin Nelson, a little bit of Jordan Mailata, how he moves, how he's able to move with so much mass on him. But also some other people like, Quentin Nelson, who's been dominating for like so long. Just those quick guards who can be able to open pull, because I feel like a part of my game is pulling and be able to be versatile in everything I do. And just being able to, block on the run, being able to, do those things where, for a non-flexible lineman, it's hard for me because I'm versatile. I can stretch a little bit. I could do.
For, I think people who are truly plugged into football know, but maybe for the casual viewer that doesn't understand, I guess the amount of athleticism that is required from an interior lineman and the ability to move in space, which I think is sometimes taken for granted. How would you explain that to a casual fan?
Well, first, I got to get them to understand that these are not just ordinary people, not ordinary football players. These are 300 to 330-pound players running close to 17, 18, 19 miles per hour. Like, these are heavy dudes being able to twist and turn, move their bodies in a way that some adults can't even do. And just being able to run that fast with so much body control, so much presence, so much fluidity in their steps. It's like art. It's like poetry in motion. Like, if you really, people that love the game understand that everything happens because of the trenches, and that's how you win or lose games. And if you really dive deep and look at the film, look at the things of what offensive linemen and even defensive linemen do, it really gives you a whole perspective and a new idea of what the game is really about.
So you are part of a 6-man group along the offensive line that has come in this recruiting class. How early did those relationships begin to develop? I mean, you mentioned that you recruited almost right after Grant. A lot of you were around here on visits around the same time. I mean, how quickly did that comradeship and that bond begin to form between you all?
I mean, I feel like it started like right on the official visit. We bonded right there. I mean, I've known of Grant a lot, but I really didn't like meet him until like the recruiting visit. So I would just troll with him. I would mess with him. And then just being able to see Leo, meet with Carter, meet with Braden, and of course Adam, who's not here, but we still gonna see him in the summer. Just being able to connect with them so easily and just, mess with them, just be yourself. Because I think that, one thing about a family atmosphere that the Lord puts you in is that you can be yourself. You don't have to change yourself, or you don't have to make yourself seem professional. Just make yourself be you. You know what I'm saying? The Lord made you for a reason. You're one of one. So just being able to be with those guys, bond with those guys, being able to call them my brothers, being able to wake up with them and train with them and be able to do life with them is just, a blessing. And I think that just mending together, 5 equals 1. So as offensive linemen, the closer we stay, the closer we are. That's how we fight for each other.
Yeah, it's 1 nickel, not 5 pennies, right? By virtue of being 5 guys that are on the field at the same time, you've got a bigger group. How has that group welcomed your class into this program?
Oh, really well. I think a mentor of mine that's really helped me was Gavin. I mean, Gavin's been really helping me since pretty much an official visit. He was my host, and just being able to, call me, be able to communicate, teach me, being able to just be there along the way, just doing football stuff with me is really helpful. And just also other guys like Colin, Harris, Braden, being able to just be with the offensive line and be able to show them the ropes and understand that we have a standard that we have to uphold. And we, as an offensive line, we have to be the most important. We have to meet the most reliable people on the field. And the closer we get together, the closer that we be able to bond and be able to work for each other, and the closer that we understand the standard. It's pretty much cake as that. So
if you were not at the Allen and Reeves football complex, or you're not at church, you have a little bit of free time, what are we going to see you doing?
Me? Oh, that's a good question. I mean, I play some games. I play on the Nintendo Switch. I like Smash Bros a lot. Like Tate and Leo make a joke that I don't do anything besides football, church, and just play Smash Bros. But I'll be honest with you, just hanging out with my guys. Like if they, if we're going out, if there's a group session and, they're doing stuff, just being able to be with people is just what I love. And just being able to, enjoy life with people, being able to, be with the people that the Lord has brought to me, it's just a blessing. So whatever's up. So I'm just glad to be with my brothers.
Well, if you're a Smash Brothers guy, the special teams group might adopt you. Have they pulled you in at all?
Oh no, not yet. But I think I'm gonna be honest. I think I could run them for the money. I've been practicing a little bit. I've been, they want to play some Mario Kart too. I'm not too bad. I can race a little bit, but we'll see in future times.
Yeah, it's good to be a specialist someday. As far as your aspirations go for your post-playing career, is there anything you aspire to do professionally?
Well, of course, everyone wants to go to the NFL. Everyone wants to go, do that. But I think that for me, whatever I do, first off, I want to be able to glorify God and just being able to, whatever path that he has me on, that is the main thing. Because, it says in the word in Jeremiah, I know the plans I have for you, plans for you to prosper, plans for a hope and a future. So I know he has a future for me. And whatever that is, I'm going to just glorify it through him. And, I've been, I'm majoring in marketing. So the main thing for me, just being able to use my social self, my charismatic, to be able to get people and serve others to understand that they are a brand too. And then hopefully, wherever the Lord wants me to go, if that's preaching, if that's doing marketing, I'm ready for it. But, just those things I feel like really are going to help me in the future and just be able to, get ready for life plus football.
What you're buying, or what you're selling, I'm buying. Hopefully everybody that's watching and listening to this is already following you. But if not, where can they find you on social media? You can follow me on the Instagram at ChanceB_77. It will be 70 soon once I can find out how to get it. And then on Twitter it's ChancellorB2026, and on TikTok if you want to. I don't post a lot, but Chance_B_77. We'll have to have you back sometime soon, and you might be gunning for this co-host job, it sounds like.
Oh, for real? Don't tempt me now.
You gonna handle your business. We'll have you back.
All right, thank you so much.
Welcome, man. Appreciate your time.
Of course.